What's up, guys? This is Richard again for another edition of Learning with Rich. So, for today's topic, I'm going to teach you how to create an area plan and I'm going to apply a color scheme. Okay, so that is my exercise. So I'm going to teach you how to create an area. So, an area is a subdivision of space within a building model. So, typically on a larger scale than individual rooms. So areas are not necessarily bounded by model elements. You can draw area boundaries or pick model elements to use as boundaries. So when you add model elements, the area boundaries do not necessarily change automatically, but you can specify how area boundaries behave. Like some area boundaries are static. That is, they do not change automatically and must be changed manually. So another thing is some area boundaries are dynamic. They stay connected with underlying model elements. If the elements move, the area boundaries move with them. Okay? So for this exercise that I'm going to show you, I'm going to create an area scheme and I'm going to use the area scheme to create an area plan. So additionally, I'm going to create a color scheme and apply the color scheme to the area plan. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, so the first part is I'm going to create an area scheme and add an area plan, which can be found here from your architecture, room and area. Okay, you can select their area and volume computations. So I am going to select this, and then there's the area scheme. So we have two default scheme here. One is gross building. So the description is the total constructed area of the building. And then the other one is rentable. Rentable, you can modify this. You can change the description. Okay, and you can also change the name. But the number one, the gross building, you'll not be able to change this. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create my own area scheme. So I select this, and then let's say for the name, I'm going to call it circulation. Alright, so circulation, and then no need for me to change the description. So I'll just select OK. And then after that, take note of your area. Once you create the area, let's say I select the area plan. So this is the tool that you need to select to create an area plan. Then I'm going to use now the scheme that I created, okay, which is the circulation. So I'm going to select the circulation, and then let's say I just want to create an area for level 1, area plan for level 1. So I just select level 1, and then I select here OK. Okay, so I just select yes here to automatically create area boundary lines associated with all external walls. So I just select yes. And this is now my area plan. And take note of your project browser. As you can see, additional view was added to your area plans. So I'm going to expand this so you will now see there your area plan. Of course, you can rename this based on your design. You can just right click that and then you can just rename, right? So after I create the area scheme and after the creation of area plan, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create the boundary lines for the area. Okay, so what I'm going to do is from the area room and area panel, so I'm going to select area boundary. Okay, so it defines boundaries for areas. So I select this, and then using the peak lines option, so I'm gonna select this wall. So I want to place there the boundary. So same with this wall. This is my toilet. For example, this is my office area. Let's say this is my retail area. So I'm gonna click, right? So let's say this is also my retail area here, and then I'm gonna separate the elevator area. Elevator area. All right. And then after that, I'm just going to clean up the corners here. So let me just turn on the turn off the thin lines so I can see the lines of my boundary clearly. So I'm gonna close this using trim extend to corner. Right, so I just click this and then click this one. Right, so I'm gonna select this also, this one, modify to deselect the tool, and then I click this wall just to close it. Okay. Alright, so this is my office area. This is my circulation here. This is my toilet. This is my retail area. This is my retail area. And this is my elevator area. And then I'm going to create also the outside boundary, the walkway. Okay. So to do that, so I'm going to select again the architecture. And then I'm going to select again the area boundary. Same tool. And then this time, I'm going to use the line tool. So I'm going to create the boundary. Okay. And then I'm just going to snap here. Okay. So I'll click here. I'm going to click here. Right. Click here. And last one. Click. All right. So the lines automatically adjust. So I'm going to select here, modify. Okay. So after I added the area boundary, so the next part of the exercise is I'm going to add a tag. Okay, I'm going to tag the area. Okay, so from the room and area panel, so I'm going to select here tag area, or let's say I'll just use this one. Maybe I'll just place an area. Okay, so it creates an area defined by walls and boundary lines. So I select area, and then as you can see, tag on placement is automatically turned on. So the moment I place the area, the tag will be placed also. Alright, see, I click here. Alright, then I'm gonna click here again. So there's the tag. So for my retail area, for the elevator, for the toilet, retail area, for my walkway. Okay, so I just select this. Okay. And then the next part is I'm going to change the name because I don't want all the name of my rooms here to be called area or the area to be called area. So I am going to change the name. So I'm going to select modify here to terminate the tool, and then I'm just going to rename it. Let's say, for example, this one, I'm going to rename this as retail. So I'm just going to select this, change the name. Alright, so let's say this is my retail. Just click outside. So that's my retail area. Okay, and then after that, this is my toilet. Oops, sorry. Alright. Okay. So toilets. Click outside. Okay. You will notice, by the way, if you hover your pointer inside the room, you will notice you will be eventually will be able to select the area, right? Like this, If I hover, it selects the area. So if you want to select that, yeah, you just need to click that and then check out the property here. So you will see the property of that area, the area there, and then the perimeter. Okay. Anyway, so I'll just continue change the name. So let's say this is my circulation area. Circulation. This is my elevator area. Elevator. And this is my retail again. Retail area. Retail. Okay, so this is my walkway. So walkway. And then after that, I'm going to select this portion. This is what I'm going to call the office or offices. Offices. Alright. So after I change the name, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to change here the area type. Okay, so I'm going to change the area type. Okay, so to do that, you need to select the area Alright, so this is the area. If you are having a trouble selecting the area, so what you can do is to hover your pointer to the tag or to the area name, and do not click, okay, just hover like that, and then press tab once. And then you will notice eventually it will highlight the area, okay, because pressing the tab one by one, it will cycle the selection. So your tab is very useful in selecting an element. Okay, so I'm going to select the area. And then as you can see, in this exercise, they already created this parameter area type. Okay, so they already created. So I'm going to select here, let's say if that is my retail. So the area type of that is store area. Okay, so I'm going to teach you on my next video, the following videos, how to create a parameter, because this is a parameter. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to do that also. Just continue following my videos, right? And then I'm going to teach you how to create. I'm going to create a video for parameters. Okay, so in this exercise, they already created this one. So by the way, if you want to have this exercise, so you can just message me. You can install a Quip Spear to your devices and then follow me. Okay, I have also created the tutorial for Quip Spear, okay, so that you can message me directly. So we can talk. So if you have any comments or suggestions, you can message me to that application. So the name of the application is Quip Spear. Okay, so going back, so I'm going to select the area. All right, it's already changed. Let's say for the walkway, again, I'm going to press tab to select. Oops, sorry. So I just need to tab and then tab again. There you go. So there's the area. Okay, then I'm gonna change the area type. So let's say this is my exterior area. Okay, so you notice the other area is also adjusting. Okay, so tab, click. All right, then change this to store area. Okay, so on my elevator, I'm going to hover my pointer to the tag, to the elevator, and then I'm gonna press tab again. Okay, then after that I click, and then I change the area type. So let's say this is my major vertical penetration. Okay, so circulation, I click the area there. No need for me to hover my pointer to the name and tab, because I can just simply move my pointer and eventually it will highlight the area. So I just click that, and then I'm gonna change the area type. Let's say this is my building common area. Okay, so what about the toilet? Did I change the toilet? Okay, so for the toilet, so let's say this is an exterior, this is my floor area. Okay, and then for the offices, so I just click the offices area, and then I change the area type to office area. There you go. So now that I have applied all the area type for each area, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to teach you how to create and apply a color scheme. So to do that, so what you can do is from the properties, so from the properties window, so I'm going to select here color scheme. So currently it's none. So I'm going to select the none option, and then it will open the dialog box. So it will open the edit color scheme. Okay, so for this one, I'm just going to duplicate this default area scheme. Okay, or color scheme. So I'm going to select this, and then I'm going to duplicate it. Okay, so I do not want to override the original, so that's why I'm going to duplicate. And then let's say I will call this circulation. All right, so circulation. And then for the title, I'm going to call it also circulation. Okay, so circulation. And then for the color here, I want to base the color based on the area type. Of course, you can change this. You can base the color based on the area, based on the name, number, perimeter. But in my case, I'll just leave it on area type. Okay, And then the color that I want to show, let's say I only want to show here my circulation areas. Okay, so I'm just going to uncheck the floor area, the office area, and then the store area. So I will leave the building common area, the exterior area, and then the vertical penetration. Okay, so these are the colors that I want to highlight. These are my circulation areas. You can also change the color here by clicking and selecting the color that you want. Okay, then you can also change the fill pattern here. Let's say you don't want a solid color or solid fill, you can select other fill pattern here. Okay, so you just need to explore this one. But in my case, I'll just select here solid fill. Okay, so let's say for this one, I want colored red. This one, I want colored yellow. Okay, or whatever color that you want. And then after that, say I want this yellow also, since I am not going to show this. Right, so I have these three area type. And then after that, I just select OK. Select OK. There you go. Alright, so that's how you apply a color scheme. Now, if you want to add the color scheme legend, let's say you want to place a legend here. So in case you want to do that, so what you can do is, you need to go to the annotate. And then after that, you can select here, color fill panel, this one, color fill legend. So you just need to click that and then just place it just beside. Alright, okay, there you go. So that's how you create an area plan, area scheme, and legend, as well as this one. So if you want to edit, let's say the color scheme legend, let's say you don't want to base the color based on the area type, so you can still edit this. So let's say, for example, you want area. So I'm going to select the color scheme legend, and then there is this edit scheme. So just select edit scheme, and then after that, you can change the area type. So let's say, oh, I want to show the area. So I just select area, just select OK. And then again, this is the color, the default fill pattern. And then I'll just select OK. So let's say I want all visible. OK. There you go. So you see? So that's how you create an area scheme, an area plan, and color scheme, as well as the color scheme legend. So hopefully you learned something from this video. If you have any comments, if you have any suggestions or questions, you can just put your comments below, and then I will get back to you as soon as I can. And also, just like what I've said earlier, you can install a Quip Spear so that you can just directly message me or send me a voice message. So once again, this is Richard from Learning with Rich. And until then, take care.